And same thing is going on again.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Dear distinguished guests, participants, and colleagues, I'm Madiha Rubab. I'm a chartered accountant by profession, host of the Takaful and finance. On behalf of my institute, it is my utmost pleasure to welcome you all to today's webinar, Digital Supply Chain Financing for Islamic Banks, Introduction to Digital Supply Chain Finance. And what is digital supply chain finance? This session aims to provide actionable insights into how digital innovations are transforming supply chain financing within the framework of Islamic banking. We are really honored to have an expert speaker and other expert speakers with us who will shed light on this crucial topic. Before we proceed, I would like to remind everyone for a few housekeeping points. Please ensure that your microphones remain muted. You can share your Q&As during the session with me in chat box, and I'll share it later on. Please note this session is recorded, and for those who are unable to attend, we'll share this session. And furthermore, I think so this session is also live on our social media handles. It is my pleasure to introduce you today to our distinguished speaker for today, Dr. Asghar Sohail. Yes, Dr. Sohail is a seasoned expert in corporate strategy. Am I not audible? Am I not audible, sir?
You are well audible to me.
Okay. So I'm introducing our speaker, Dr. Sohail. Dr. Sohail is a seasoned expert in corporate strategy and business planning with extensive experience in digital supply chain finance. He is currently serving as a corporate strategy and business planning expert at an esteemed Islamic bank. His expertise in leveraging digital tools to optimize supply chain financing solutions is unparalleled, making him an invaluable resource for today's discussion. So, sir, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum, all of you. This is really very honor for me to share my insights regarding this valuable session. So, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. And today we are discussing about digital supply chain finance that is at actual the game changer of this era because this is a digital era. So, scope of our study is about the introduction of digital supply chain finance. What is digital supply chain finance? So today we will discuss salient features of digital supply chain finance, and along with some uh, some other things like that, Sharia compliant financing and its challenges and technology implementation like that. And next is the smart contracts and about the role of the compliance and risk management and fintech partnerships, because we have to make the fintech companies on board, and that platform is also a mandatory part. And at the end, we will also have a glance on the monitoring and evaluation and the future scaling. Although it's a very in-depth session and it requires number of detailed session to understand each and every module of this training. But today I will try to cope up at least a brief introduction of all our features like that. So first of all, this is my short uh, intro. And as far as digital supply chain financing is concerned, this is a mix of two things: a digitization as well as the supply chain management. So, along with the financial implementations, financial implications of technologies, the use of technologies and AI like that, big data analytics and blockchains and all these things, those are very effective in this contemporary era, right? So here we have to understand the finance as well as the supply chain management integration with the coordinative platform of the digital supply chain finance. So because this is really very good in terms of the uh, you know well, financial implementations. Excuse me. So this has its capability to enhance the efficiency. Please hold on for a while. Excuse me. Sorry. So this is really good in terms of the financial development of our business sector by the help of supply chain financing through digitization, because it realigns the partners in a very good effect and effective way, and promotes the business while mitigating the risk sharing models and the financial inclusion. So as per David Breer, so digital transformation can help SMEs access new markets, customers, and revenue streams, driving financial growth and expansion. So he's a financial expert. So here's a introduction. First of all, we'll discuss the importance of digital supply chain finance in SME financing in Pakistan. I would like to mention over here about the scope of digital supply chain finance in Pakistan. Although in neighboring Islamic countries, there's a they have already done a strong initiative to introduce this supply chain finance in their banks in order to get the maximum benefit, right? So first of all, the main importance of digital supply chain finance is bridging the financial gap. So this platform addresses the challenges like collateral needs and mitigates the late approvals mechanism, the usual mechanism, into a very digitized and a real-time one-click solution like that, you can say. It can also enhance the financial inclusion because it promotes to affordable Sharia-compliant financial services for undeserved SMEs. Please remember, this solution is not limited to the Pakistani and Islamic banking and Islamic structure. So globally, it is known as the ethical banking model like that. So it can also improve it, liquidity. It has the capability to improve and enhance the liquidity because it provides the timely working capital. So while reducing the cash flow gap and support the manufacturing and other organizations, the big corporates, SMEs, even the MSMEs as well. So now, but today we are only focusing on the SME scope. So it can also have the salient feature and capability to reduce the financing cost because it automates the processes and lowers administrative cost while making the financing easy and efficient and well accessible to all its stakeholders. So it has the capability to double and multiply the financial as well as working capabilities of the all stakeholders. It can it supports the ethical finance. While supporting the ethical finance, as I told you earlier, the globally it is known as ethical financing, but at actual it has been derived. It should be because it aligns with the Islamic principles, Alhamdulillah. Right? It provides a transparent risk sharing models for fair financial transactions. So importantly, Alhamdulillah, same has been recognized by Pakistan as the State Bank of Pakistan has now taken a significant initiative to implement digital supply chain financing in all our banking sector of Pakistan, especially the Islamic bankings. In order to understand the digital supply chain finance, there are and its significance, we can say that digital supply chain finance integrates the digital technologies and streamlines the finance supply chain in activities while focusing on the SMEs. Here, I will also like to mention over here MSMEs because it on the further level, next level. So we will have an arranged capability to handle the micro organizations as well. But right now we are focusing on the SMEs. It can enhance the liquidity and efficiency while be bypassing the traditional financial financing barriers of laggard approvals and late processes. Uh, so here it automates and gives a perfect solution for the contemporary arrangements. As I told you earlier, digital supply chain finance is a basically combination of digitization and supply chain financing because in terms of digitization, it leverages the technologies like blockchain, AI, and automate and streamline the secure financial transactions. As far as supply chain finance is concerned, it provides financial solutions within supply chain models in order to optimize the cash flow and for SMEs and other stakeholders. Instant services, digital finance, supply chain finance, is not only limited to every stakeholder like that SME and bank and digital platform. It actually provides the very quick services, instant services, especially for its stakeholders, the business stakeholders. So who can be retailers, partners like that, and vendors and distributors, all these chains. With respect to digital supply chain finance, we have three important ideas over here to share. So we have the part of blockchain-based smart contracts. In order to understand the smart contracts in terms of digital supply chain finance, I would like to connect over here it from the traditional part. So earlier we had the contract management, the the contracts or agreements or basic ordering agreements signed by the parties. One is a buyer, another is a seller, like that on agreed terms on conditions like that, and it takes time to get approved and their access. And after approvals of after conclusion of those contracts, so all other business activities are done in accordance with the terms and conditions of that contract. But here, while discussing the contemporary elements of blockchain-based and AI-based smart contracts. So at first, we talk to our stakeholders in detail while taking them on board. Once everything is connected and they are on board, so they are connected with the blockchain and AI platforms. So it is done by the fintech partner. It automates the Sharia compliant financing terms, for example, the good models of Murabaha and Mudarabah, especially with transparent self-executing smart contracts to reduce manual errors and enhance the trust. So again, next is the integrated fintech platform with the coordination of blockchain as well as AI-powered credit skill scoring. That is basically assigned while keeping in view the financial capability of the vendor or the partner, and assessing their credit scoring by reviewing their previous history and records like that. So we define and conclude, and I can say here we decide how much limit we have to assign that particular specific party, so that his working could be much efficient like that. So as far as integration of both fintech platforms, integration of both parties with fintech platforms, that basically provides us a quick solution for the financial development. As per the digits provided by the State Bank of Pakistan and Pakistan Institute of Development Economies, approximately we have 5 million SMEs in Pakistan. The figure is even much more, but this is some sort of estimate. As far as the SME's contribution regards the regard in respect of GDP of the country is concerned, almost 40% of GDP is contributed by the small and medium SMEs. Uh, and out of 100 to 25% exports are done by the working by the performance of the SMEs, right? This is in by this data you can understand the importance and significance of SMEs in our country. So if this segment is given appropriate attention with the feasible solutions as it's going on, so it can provide a huge and tremendous development to GDP of Pakistan. There are basically four basic reasons why we adopt and why we implement the digital supply chain finance in our ongoing economic models like that. As I told you earlier, it has the capability to bridge the SME gaps because it gives us a real time financing solutions to undeserved SMEs. So here, undeserved SMEs means not about not discussing any doubt on their capability for performing or having the productive efficiency. So we are taking as undeserved like that in terms of financing because of limited financing. So SMEs are unable to perform at their optimal level. It can enhance the inclusion in the light of Sharia compliant services. So it will provide to our financial system. It has the capability to boost the growth of not only the SMEs, not only the banks, not only the financial institutions, not only the other like that vendors like that. it boosts the growth opportunity to all the stakeholders, to all the stakeholders in the of society, of financial institutions, of buyers, sellers, their complete supply chain. So it is good for all. It is good for everyone, right? So the last reason of digital supply chain finance is the very significant and mandatory requirement of State Bank of Pakistan, because SBP has issued a circular regarding the implementation of DSCF by December 2024 as a first phase. This is basically a reinforced concept because the financial inclusion is about enabling and empowering the people and business to participate in the country, as said by Christine Lagarde. He's a financial expert. So when we enable and empower the people, the business parties, the groups, and provides them sufficient financing to handle their financial issues and problems well in time, even well before time. So it will almost change our economy. We can say it can become an actual game changer. So here I will share the salient features of digital supply chain financing implementation as a brief part, because every segment is too detailed that it requires a number of sessions to understand all this phenomena, although it's not too much complicated. But while understanding regarding this system and having good understanding in the implementation of digital supply chain finance, especially in the financial institutions, is very important, because at the time of implementation, if we mitigate in advance the expected risks like that, so we will be well facilitated in future while doing the transactions, because it is confirmed that financial burden, you can say no financial burden, you can say financial growth will be multiplied by number of times with the passage of the times. The financial capability of the SMEs or business sector will also grow with within months, or not in a years even, if those are being facilitated uh, appropriately. So remember, all this process required a serious and a very effective screening at all these steps. So first of all, it is really important to comply the Sharia principles in terms of financing. As we know, prohi prohibi so riba-free model is our goal and objective. So financing models like Murabaha can replace interest while agreed upon the profit margin. Risk sharing is a basic tool to compensate all the parties in case of unforeseen circumstances. So structures like Murabaha and profit sharing distribution distribute the risk equitably. So, and the transparency that is also connected and required by Sharia, um, it is done by the effective utilization of blockchain and AI segment that ensures a clear and immutable transaction records while reducing the ambiguities. So in the common words, we call it as Gharar. We have the example where one of the very prominent Islamic Bank of Dubai, UAE. Dubai Islamic Bank is there. We do have its system in Pakistan as well. So here we are talking about the Dubai Islamic Bank in of UAE. It uses the blockchain models, the data analytics model, and you can say big data analytics in order to offer murabaha financing with automated Sharia compliant checks. Excuse me. There are certain needs and challenges as well. Needs and challenges, these include the access to working capital because SMEs require real-time liquidity or for operations. At actual, it requires support from the financial sector. So here the financial sector is all the banks with real-time support and monitoring and guidance of the State Bank of Pakistan. So where there is a good access to the working capital, so SMEs, no doubt, they will be able to perform at their optimal level. Next is as far as affordable financing is also a need and a challenge as well because it lowers the transaction cost through digital automation. So it is all. It's also I can see that it's also a solution as well. There are a number of challenges because of high collateral requirements and limited access to formal banking channels. So we have the example of the National Commercial Bank of Saudi Arabia that is working since 2016, sorry, 2020 to provide the blockchain-based digital supply chain financing solutions that reduce the collateral reliance and boosting SME inclusion. As far as the smart contracts and digital supply chain is concerned, again, it's a combination and you can say integration of digitization as well as the supply chain financing because it leverages the technologies like blockchain and automate and streamlines the secure financial transactions while providing the financial solutions with supply chains to optimize cash flow for SMEs and other stakeholders. As far as the compliance and risk management and security is concerned, here we will have to consider the compliance model, the role of the compliance to adhere SPB regulations and Sharia principles. It also has to mitigate and manage risk effectively through AI-powered tools and monitor the credit risk and operational risk, monitor the credit and operational risk as performed by the vendors or stakeholders time to time. So every transaction of each stakeholder will manage his good history, performance history. And that will be if well that can be well utilized for his further credit scoring upgrade. Security side is concerned, and this is also required uh, by for the compliance activity. The good security platforms like that firewalls and systems like Takaful and it's a blockchain. So as far as the implementation of data supply chain in banking industry is concerned, so every bank will have to onboard a reliable and well-secure fintech model. Here we have the example of Mizan Bank that has been very pioneer again in the implementation of digital supply chain platform since almost 2016, almost 8 years for Mizan, as well as if I recall, almost 5 years. We have the example of Mizan Bank, that integrates the cybersecurity protocols in digital supply chain finance in order to safeguard the SME transactions while ensuring Sharia compliance. Interestingly, all this transaction, end-to-end transaction loop is completed through fintech just in a 3 seconds. Here you can understand the importance of well risk management. Because of that, I have given the example of Mizan Bank that, Alhamdulillah, that is going well as far as the Pakistan context is concerned. The next is, as far as the fintech partnership is concerned, financial technologies firms, platforms. So they are performing well. They have the capability to support or this basic idea. Although here you can understand the importance of the you can say mobile apps and sort of supply taking their services as the in respect of defined objective. So it's really important because fintech partnership drive and data analytics if used appropriately. It extends the market's reach to undeserved SMEs. We have the example of Hubble that is providing services with Mizan Bank since Mizan Bank started the implementation of digital supply chain finance for distribution financing, the procurement and logistics as growth areas. Future schedule, and we can take compliance rates and SME outreach. We can also evaluate the continuous feedback loop with SMEs and fintech partners while scaling the integrated blockchain 2.0 and expand into new geographical markets. We have the example of CIMB Islamic Bank that scales the DCF operations while reducing the processing times by 85% and expanding SMEs reach by 150%. So it's really impressive. CIMB Bank is from Malaysia. Um, as I recall, the role of technology in DSCF implementation is again that it's a blockchain, AI, cybersecurity with the example of these fintech partners, these technological fintech partners, you can say. These we have the example of we.trade. We.trade in the western side. It enables SMEs to access transparent real-time financing powered by blockchain and AI-driven risk analysis. Now review the concepts of digital supply chain finance. It gives us a transactions transparency with Sharia compliance and good risk assessment with efficient metrics to reach the SMEs effectively while ensuring the regulatory alignment. This concept is really very good in terms of developing our struggling financial institutions, financial economy into a stable one. It's really revolutionary because it transforms the traditional financing with digital innovations. So So empowerment is also concerned because we empower the SMEs to thrive with accessible financial solutions, and the all the process is really transparent because we ensure the trust through real-time immutable transaction records. And it includes promoting the financial services for undeserved markets. It's really ethical. It's good for every partner. It's good for every stakeholders because it aligns with it is aligned with the Sharia principles to offer fair and compliant financing. It's really efficient because it streamlines the processes to reduce costs and accelerate the operations. It's really innovative as per the contemporary era, and because it leverages the edge technologies like blockchain and AI, it's really sustainable to support the long-term growth and stability for SMEs and banks. So here we have some conclusions regarding the implementation of digital supply chain finance, because we can empower the SMEs while providing them real-time accessible financing support. We can also financially include and bridging the gaps in undeserved markets and drive the in order to drive the economic growth. It is good for operational efficiency because of usage of blockchain and AI models to streamline and reduce the cost, as well as to mitigate the risk. It is also good in ethical compliance because it promotes the Sharia compliant, fair, and risk sharing financial models. And it also completes and you can say materializes the SPP mandate in order to support the national economic goals. Thank you very much. So please feel free to share number of questions. I hope uh, the participant uh, are well aligned with the concept. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your really, I must say, it's a very enlightening, but at the same time, I must say that it's just a glimpse of it. We couldn't
Exactly.
have, yes, it's just a glimpse of it. We couldn't have the complete picture, or the complete, we must say, the complete picture of what DSCF, how it's going to change the game. We have talked about blockchain, AI, fintech, MSMEs, and other things. But there is one point that I want to mention, that I must reiterate, that can you please guide me regarding, I have in fact a question for you.
Exactly.
From our neighbors like Bangladesh, Malaysia, and I don't know about India, what socio-economic impacts has DSCF has created? uh, as you have mentioned earlier, that SMEs contribute 40% to our GDP. And if DSCF, it will probably take time, I guess, then what impact you will see in next 4 to 5 years? Thank you.
Yes, as far as SME's part is concerned, digital supply chain management implementation, I think you asked about Bangladesh and Malaysia.
Malaysia.
Malaysia. As far as Bangladesh is concerned, uh, it is good that Pakistan has taken the initiative in 2024. But the other countries like that, Bangladesh as well as Saudi Arabia, they started in 2020 about the implementation, adoption of DSCF models. So great, they are getting the benefit. So UAE is UAE is a leader as far as we are discussing about the neighboring countries. Since 2016, UAE has been working on that, and really the performance is really good. And the other countries like Indonesia is concerned, and other countries as well, even non-Muslim countries, with the concept of ethical banking, they are already using this trade-based model as well. So this is really very good
So we got
with reasonable
so we got
results.
excellent questions from our participants. There is one question by Mr.
Yes.
Khalid Iqbal. Uh, his
Okay.
question is blockchain smart contracts still not approved by any reference would be appreciated. As far as my knowledge, it's still not approved. But in other countries, blockchain smart contracts are more Sharia compliant. I was going through an article by Faraz Adam, I guess, Faraz Adam. Yes, he is a Sharia advisor and Sharia scholar. He said there are a lot of opportunities in smart contracts, blockchain smart contracts, and there is nothing like a non-Sharia aspect in it, except that that of cryptocurrency and something that is prohibited. I guess that answered. Rest, please, the floor is open. You can answer. Anyone like to answer this question? We would appreciate that thing.
As far as this question is concerned, I believe in certain things. So the role what we have to play, we should be very much clear. As far as the Sharia role is concerned, that is up to the Sharia forum as well as the state bank. So they will discuss, they should discuss appropriately, and definitely they will come up, if not yet, they will definitely come up with some sort of solutions. As far as the significance and you can say very standard model is concerned, Islamic model is really very good. So it shouldn't conflict with blockchain models like that. Blockchain model is not only concerned with the, you can say, cryptocurrency like that. Those are the just tools, you can say. We are at actual focusing on this model in the light of big data. So it will at actual provides the channels to take the certain decisions. As far as the currency is concerned, that is something else. They let Sharia and the central bank to decide. So their protocols, because once the implementation is going on, they will definitely provide some sort of solution. So this is my point of view. Yes, please.
Yes, sir. Then we have a very interesting question. That is, okay. Does electronic warehouse receipt ecosystem fit in digital supply chain framework? Financing, sorry. Do I
Please,
repeat?
yeah, please repeat.
Does electronic warehouse receipt ecosystem fit
Okay.
in digital supply chain framework?
In order to understand the ecosystem, I would advise
Electronic
you
warehouse receipt. Electronic
as
warehouse receipt, sir.
try to understand. I'm here to make you very much clear. Obviously, this solution is given, this is can be given to DSCF platform, because without electronic receipt, how can the app or fintech platform will recognize the genuineness of the deliveries made to the you can say anchor person. Whatsoever is the invoice, listen, whatsoever is the invoice. So this is what is the invoice. So this is the invoice, and confirm deliveries to the anchor. So here, as far as the digital supply chain is concerned, so as keeping in view the nature of the platform, so manual invoices was the traditional part earlier. So here there are needed with we need the electronic invoices first initiated by the anchor to the suppliers or vendors in terms of the requisitions or purchase orders. And in response of those purchase orders, the warehouses issues the inventories and generates the electronics or even normal invoices. So in this case, only electronic or digital invoices are needed. I hope you and the person will have good understanding. Even then, if he has some sort of clarity, I'm here and available.
Sir, I think Arkam Mansoor Khan can elaborate it very well.
Highly
Arkam bhai,
welcome.
over to you.
Thank you, madam. So, just to shed a light from an Islamic perspective, Mr. Asghar uh, shared the process really well. So, what happens in Islamic, we can obviously obtain constructive possession as well and the physical possession as well. So, if our Sharia in Tijara and Muraba model supports both, I mean, constructive and physical possessions as well, right? So, through electronic warehouse receipts, I mean, if Sharia has allowed that you can obtain constructive possession, then it's fine. We can move ahead with the digital receipts as well.
You're right, Mr. Akram. Thank you very much for joining us. Uh, with
Sir,
the passage of the time, uh, just me give me 1 minute. With the passage of the time, some things have has been some you can say things are being recognized and permitted by the Sharia laws and principles and bodies as well. For example, earlier the taking picture was prohibited, but now it's the digitized digital world, so it has been allowed. Allowed. As far as the Sharia side is concerned, I'm sure that they will definitely come forward with some sort of recognized solutions because the world is changed.
okay. Then we have another question for you. Thank you, sir. How would the SMEs cope with it? They don't have automation, digitization, professional and trained staff. Also, their profitability is low to spend. A very valid question, I must say.
This is really very simple question to understand. The only problem is the money. Once SMEs will have the financial support, and they will definitely realize and recognize this concept is that in spite of instead of waiting for 90 days payment delays, 60 days payment delays, 120 days payment delays, the most efficient payment partner, the 15 days delays, in a day or within a day or even with a few seconds, if the company is receiving their investments in such a short time. So just let me know. So who the company or SME will be there standing apart that will just thinking how to get the system digitized. They will definitely offer number of job opportunities to those partners, simple solutions. We are not talking about asking them to hire the full-fledged like systems like that. They will just provide the digital on and any simple invoices integrated with the system, and fintech partner will provide the solutions to them, both of them. No problem. They will be really happy once they will understand this model.
Okay. Then we have a last question. Will fintech helps in digital supply chain finance? Our government is not that updated with software.
This is, as far as fintech is concerned, this part is to be decided and managed by SBP, the central body. So let them do their work. So our work is, they are already doing the work. They are on the, for example, you are well aware, Ms. Madiha, that the State Bank is also redefining the steps while moving towards the digitization. They have issued the 5 licenses to the digital banks as well. The future is really going to be changed quickly. So this is their part. Our part is just to understand the phenomena, just go to identify the opportunities and go into the ground and to provide the maximum services and get the maximum output from there. This is all about the economy strength. This is all about our company strength. This is all about the institutional strength and our strengths as well. So we are concerned. We should be well concerned about what we should do while keeping in view the available solutions provided by the central banks and Sharia protocols.
Okay. Now I request all the participants to kindly share your email IDs as well, so that we can share this presentation with you. And the recording as well. Furthermore, ladies and gentlemen, as I would gratitude to Hassan Shahid Saab and our speaker, Dr. Sohail Asghar, Irfan, Arkam Bhai, and all my respected participants for your active engagement, and has really been instrumental in organizing such kind of webinars, and their efforts is really appreciated. Last but not the least, as we navigate this evolving landscape of Islamic banking, let us collectively harness the potential of digital innovations to revolutionize supply chain financing. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us all in implementing these insights to advance Sharia compliant financial solutions in Pakistan. Jazakallah khair for your time and attention. Allah Hafiz.
Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.